Someone is praying for you. Someone is praying for you. So when it seems you're all alone and your heart will break in two.
In the last two videos, we look at the law of mass action. But in both cases, we look at the reaction in which the ratio of the reactants were equal. They were all 1. But in this case, we want to take a look at where the ratios of the reactants are not equal. So we want to look at the case where the number of moles of the reactant differ in this case. So we want to still consider two substances A and B which combine to form the third substance C. So if you assume that 8 grams of A react with 5 grams of B, and the molecular structure of A and B are in such that 8 grams of A combine with B grams of B to form A plus B grams of C. The constants X and Y in this case represent the initial amounts of the substance A and B, and if you make C of T represent the number of grams of C present at any time, with the initial concentration of C being 0. Since the molecules A and B combine in the ratio of A to B, then C of T, the concentration of C, in this case, consists of A over A plus B grams of A, and B over A plus B grams of B. So that will be the components, the amount of A and the amount of B present at any time whenever we are looking for C. And these are ratios because they are not in the same proportion. A certain ratio of A will combine with a certain ratio of B to form the C. That is what we mean by this. So we are saying that then at any time, then we can say that the concentration of A remaining is now going to be, we know that, don't forget that the amount of A was X grams, so we have to subtract how much was formed, used to form the C, which is A over A plus B. So that's going to be A over A plus B. In the previous one, we just subtract C because the ratios were the same. So the concentration of A at any time is X minus A over B times C. That's the ratio of A. And the concentration of B at any time is Y minus B over A plus B times C. So these are going to be the concentration, or the amount of A and B remains at any time. So using the law of mass action, which says that the rate of change of the reaction is proportional to the product of the concentration of the reactant, then we can say that the dC dt equals to K times X minus A over B plus C times A over A plus B times C multiplied by Y minus B over A plus B times C. So that gives us, with the initial condition being equal to 0, and we are going to solve this IVP to get the solution to the system. Let's look at an example here. 2 grams of substance B combines with 1 gram of substance A to form 3 grams of C. When 100 grams of B is thoroughly mixed with 50 grams of A, it is found that in 10 minutes, 50 grams of C have been formed. How many grams of C can be formed in 20 minutes? How long does it take to form 60 grams? So let's look at the information in the question. The first and foremost, we have 2 grams of B combined with 1 gram of A. So that makes the reaction equation A plus 2B to give us 3C. So that's the reaction equation. So let's begin to look at the pieces together. A plus 2b to give us 3c. Now initially, the mass of A is 50 grams. That of B is 100 grams. And of course, that of C is 0 because nothing had been formed. Now, at any time, T, the mass of A remaining is going to be 50 minus the ratio is 1 is to B, so 1 over the total ratio, that's 1 over 1 plus 2 times the C. That is going to give us 50 minus 1/3 C. So this 3 is not because of the 3, it's because the total ratio is 3. And the mass of B remaining is going to be 100 minus 2 over 3 C. So these are the masses of A and B that remains. Now, so the law of mass action says that the C, the T, is equal to K times the product of the concentration of the reactants 1 over 1 minus 1/3 C, 100 minus 2/3 C. Now we can factor 1 over 3 out, and that is going to give us 1/3 K over 3 out, and we have 150 minus C, and we have 300 minus 2C. And the initial condition is equal to 0, and you have C of 10 equal to 50 grams. Yeah. So this is the IVP we are supposed to solve. So let's pick this equation here is separable. So you're going to have this 3 times the C over 150 minus C, 300 minus 2C, equal to K dt. Now you can factorize 2 out and you get 150 minus C, so you're going to get 3 over 150 minus C squared dc equal to 2K dt. When you factorize, if I've gotten 2 here, I said let's move it to this side. Now what is left is for you to integrate both sides. So we integrate this side and integrate this side. And this is going to give us 3 over 150 minus C equal to 2KT plus a constant D. So this is the solution. But we know that C of 0 is equal to 0. So because of that, we are going to get 3 over 150 equals D, which implies D is 1 over 50. And therefore, the solution now becomes 3 over 150 minus C equal to 2KT plus 1 over 50. So we still want to get our K, and we know that C of 10 is 50. So when you put them in, you're going to get 3 over 100 equal to 20 times 10 is 20K plus 1 over 50. So C of K is now going to be 3 over 100 minus 1 over 50. So here we're going to get 20K to equals 3 over 100 minus 1 over 50, which is going to give us 1 over 100. So K will be 1 over 2000. 3 over 150 minus C, 3 over 150 minus C equals to t over 1000 plus 1 over 50. If you decide to simplify this, you're going to get the LCM to be 1000, and this will be t plus 20. So we are going to have 150 minus c over 3 to be equals to 1000 over t plus 20. Therefore, c of t is now going to be 150 minus 3000 divided by t plus 20. Now the first question is asking you to find how many grams of C can be formed in 20 minutes. So the A, T is equals to 20. So you are looking for C of 20, which is going to be 150 minus 3000 over 40. That is 20 plus 20 is 40. So this will give us, this is going to give us 75 grams. The second part B, go back to say how long does it take to form 60 grams of C. So we are looking for the time when C of T is equal to 60. So we equate this equals 60 and say 60 is 150 minus 3000 over T plus 20. So when we do that computation, you are going to get 3000 over t plus 20 to be equal to 90. So t plus 20 will be 3000 divided by 90. And when you simplify, you get t to be 13.33 minutes.